Absolutely gorgeous evening here by the coast in Santa Cruz. Actually didn't end up surfing though when I got down here this afternoon. It was like really late, almost 4 o'clock, so I kind of just decided to take some video instead, just relax, take it easy. I didn't really want to suit up and go through the trouble of putting on my wetsuit and paddling out, only to have to paddle back in within an hour or so. It just didn't really sound like much fun. Hopefully tomorrow morning though, I'll be able to get some waves, and right now I've got a pretty awesome spot parked up by the coast here. Allowed to park in this spot here until midnight, so I've got a few hours to just hang out here. I'm gonna make up some dinner. My plan, it's really simple, guys. I got this weird like pepperoni calzone thing from Walmart. I don't know, I was just walking around Walmart and I saw this and I was like, I could eat that for dinner. That looks pretty delicious. So I'm gonna have that along with this little pre-made Caesar salad, something simple. But I do have to figure out how to heat this up because the instructions say you're supposed to have an oven, and I do not have an oven, obviously. I just have the stovetop, so I'm gonna have to try to make this in a skillet somehow. So my game plan here is probably not the strongest game plan, but it might work, maybe, I don't know. I put the calzone on top of the skillet. I have it on like the lowest possible heat. The stove is giving out the lowest heat that I can. And then I took my metal plate that I have and just kind of stuck it on top of the calzone. And I'm hoping that is what allows it to cook all the way through so that the interior isn't just like cold cheese and pepperoni, and it actually melts and, you know, doesn't burn the exterior while it's doing that. So I don't know if this is gonna work. Actually, just yesterday, I was looking at possibly getting like a stovetop oven, they call it. It's like a camp oven. I think Coleman or one of those big camping companies makes it. It's basically just like a box, and then it opens and closes, so it actually collapses for storage, and then it opens up, and it would fit perfectly on top of the stove here, and it acts like just like a little oven. You can actually like bake things in it. The picture online has like little muffins in it and stuff like that, so I don't know, they're like 30 bucks, really cheap, and they seem to work pretty well, so I think I might get something like that at some point in the future so that I can, I guess, avoid these kind of calzone crises. Moment of truth. Stovetop calzone actually worked surprisingly well. I really did not expect it to do that well, guys, but maybe I don't need to get a stovetop oven after all.
Dancing across the water, there's galleons and guns, looking for a new world, a palace in the sun. And on the shore lay Montezuma, his coca leaves and pearls. In these halls he wandered, the secrets of the world. And I know she's living there. She loves me to this day, and I can't remember how I lost my way.
like I said earlier, you can't park in that spot right along the beach there overnight. They don't allow it after midnight, so I'm gonna go find somewhere probably very, very close by, maybe just a couple of blocks away here, spend the night over there, and then probably just go straight back to the beach first thing tomorrow morning. It's definitely a good place to hang out. It was definitely a pretty nice evening over there. I did set up the bed though before going to find my spot. That way I'm not like moving around the van too much, making too much noise while I'm trying to stealth camp somewhere. I don't want to draw any attention to the van. I just want to pull into my spot, close my curtains, and go to bed. Morning. Spot worked out pretty well last night. I think it rained for a good portion of the night because like everything, like all the windows were all wet and everything. But I will say my mattress, I think it's at the point where it's like seen its last day here. It's all bent out of shape. It doesn't really lay flat anymore. I basically just took my old twin memory foam mattress that I had with the Murphy bed set up in here and cut it like right down the middle, and it's starting to like fall apart. It's not really holding shape anymore. So I think that's probably like the last thing I really need to do in this van is get a new mattress and figure out some kind of solution with this. Surf definitely looks a little bit smaller and less consistent than it was yesterday evening, but there's only a few people out right now and the sun is shining. It's going to be cold, but I'm going to try to get a couple waves. So the surf ended up being pretty fun, definitely was a lot of fun, but when I was getting out of the water, guys, I managed to slip. A wave kind of came and knocked me over right as I was climbing up the steps here at Steamer Lane, and I fell straight on my chest and I smashed right into the stone corner of the stairs, and I don't know if my ribs are bruised or if they're broken. It took me like 20-30 minutes to get out of my wetsuit just right now standing outside the van. I mean, it was incredibly painful. So judging by the amount of pain that I'm in, even just, it's getting worse, guys. I gotta go. I called the urgent care center. It's gonna cost like $200 to $400 to get an x-ray or a couple x-rays and just see a doctor and just try to figure out what this is, but so it is the next day now here, guys, and what I ended up doing was driving up to San Francisco yesterday evening. This is Shannon's place here. Yesterday, instead of going to the ER, what I decided to do was go to an urgent care center. There was one really close by and in Santa Cruz there, and it was actually really awesome. I went in, they got me in right away. They were really awesome. I think it was called Doctors on Duty in Santa Cruz. Definitely would recommend them, guys. It was pretty cool. They got me right in. They did x-rays on my chest. I was in a lot of pain, obviously, and they said that I don't have any fractures, so that's the good news. There's no fractures. I didn't break any ribs, but the doctor did say that it was pretty severely bruised and that I definitely did a little bit of damage, and it's probably going to take at least a couple of weeks to make it better. And I'm kind of struggling to get this out here. It's not really easy for me to talk or to laugh or even really to move around. If I stay still, it's not really that painful, but it's just when I get up to go do something or pick something up or even just, anything at all. Even sleeping last night was really painful, but Shannon's been taking care of me. She took care of me last night, and I'm very grateful that I've been able to come here and be able to hang out for a couple of days and try to recover. I think it's going to take at least a week or so before I'm feeling back to normal, but I'm fortunate that the accident wasn't worse and that I didn't hit my head on the rocks. I pretty much got thrown up onto a bunch of rocks. I was kind of thrashed around, and that's I've seen people do that before, and it can definitely mess you up. So I'm lucky that that happened. It was a stupid accident. I should have been paying more attention, and you know, it's something that I've surfed there many times before and never had a problem. So it's just kind of a stupid thing, but hopefully I'll start feeling better and I'll be back in the water again soon. I think I'm going to end this video here though, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.